Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Anushka Queen. Uh, you're welcome to my chat studio. Well, today I'll be talking about interracial marriages or interracial relationship. Getting into interracial relationship is a big challenge. Yes, so many reasons why pull some people to get into interracial relationships. For example, they might want to increase their social status. Some may like to have mixed kids. Some may family pressure might push them into marriage, and they marry any person that comes their way, or they might go into interracial relationship as some people think for financial reasons, and some might go into interracial relationship because maybe they have worked so hard to find some people from heterosexual people from their race, but they cannot find it. And some might go there just for pure love, true love. They don't care. There are people who don't see, they see love beyond just the color of the skin. Well, interracial relationship doesn't just happen like that. It comes with so many challenges. One of the challenges that it takes for an interracial relationship is language barrier. So many languages are spoken around the world, and you might come from a different background whereby, your partner might come from a different background whereby maybe English language is not their sole language, and you have this struggle of learning the language in order to cope up with the relationship, because communication is very important in a relationship, and if you don't study the language well, it will be very difficult for you to communicate, and in the future or in the long run that might be a problem in your relationship. Another issue of interracial relationship is the culture. The culture has played a big role in an interracial relationship because there are differences in culture. The world is rich in different cultures. If you get married someone who is not coming from your cultural background, you might have so many differences. And that's why it's very good for people who are very flexible in changes, or flexible flexible in jiving in other people's culture to get into interracial relationship. If you see that you're a very closed kind of person, please don't get into interracial relationship, because it will be extremely hard for you, because you have to share the cultural differences. It's not fair to enter into a relationship whereby you shun at your partner's culture. That's going to be a root to the problems in your relationship. Another issue of interracial relationship, or another challenge of interracial relationship, is education. The education is always different. The way people are educated in different continents or in different parts of the world are totally different. That makes it so hard for people who come together to form interracial relationship. Meaning that when you get into this interracial relationship, you have to bear in mind that your partner have a different education. Meaning that you have to cope with that. You have to bear in mind and be flexible with that, with his education. Well, you guys can do educational exchange. Meaning you can teach that person your education, and that person can teach you his education, and there you go. You guys will find life very easy and simple. Which means interracial relationship is good for people who have open mind and who are willing to learn, and who are smart, and who are easygoing. Another point is food. As I say again, we have different food in different parts of the world. So if you get into interracial relationship, you just know that your partner's food is going to be quite different from your own. The food preparation, the way your partner prepares his food is going to be very different from the way you prepare your own food. So you don't have to shun away from your partner's food, but you have to try to see what your partner's prepare and try to taste the different food stuff that she prepares, and you taste his own and see the ones you like, and tell him that you like this, and you communicate and you talk about it, and you share what you like and what you don't like about the food, and that's how you guys are going to live in harmony. Another aspect of it is still the culture, which plays a very big part. Marriage is perceived in different cultures in different ways. Before you marry an African girl, you must pay a bride price. In other countries, like in the Western world, you don't pay bride price before you get a woman. But in Africa, you must pay a bride price. Some people might find it strange, but when you are going into an interracial relationship, you must consider all this. You must not go ahead and be angry that people take bride price in Africa. That's just their culture. You must deal with it, or you don't get into the interracial relationship at all. We have the way kids are being brought up. Kids are being brought up in different cultures in different ways. For example, in Africa, the male child must be circumcised. In the European world, in the Western world, the male kids are never circumcised. You have to talk about that with your partner and see and come to a compromise and see if your male, if at all in the future you have a male kid, a male child, that male child has to be circumcised or not. It's a matter of communication and coming to a compromise, a good compromise or a conclusion. All those things put together makes it very, very challenging to get into an interracial relationship. Interracial relationship looks very beautiful, but it's challenging. It's very challenging. We must bear in mind of all its challenges. I've just mentioned part of these challenges. You have to go dig for further, or in my next video, I'll bring up some other challenges of interracial relationships. Thank you. It has been Anushka Queen, and please don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.